Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream where we are working on our Panda sculpting. Okay, whoa. Panda Potion Master. Yeah, we're sculpting it, but it's a Panda Potion Master. That's what we're doing. How's everybody doing today? I'm seeing if I can adjust stuff. Probably should adjust it earlier, but we'll work with that later. So yeah, we're slowly getting our panda painted. We have a good base layer on the pants. We have a good base layer on the shirt. So we were working on yesterday. Let's adjust this a little bit. There we go. So we're chugging along. Who says chugging along anymore? Apparently me. But we got a lot done yesterday. I'm really happy. Mixing colors is not my forte, so you can see my camera up in the screen there. That'd be a bit distracting. Let's hide that a little bit. Go right about there. That looks good. That looks good to me. Give it a few more minutes. Give it a few more minutes. Yeah, we have our color palette ready. We're gonna be doing a nice teal for the jacket, burnt orange for the scarf, purple for the book, and some dark greens and sages for the patches. Haven't decided the flower yet. I know at the center of the flower, I am going to be putting an eyeball. So that's going to be fun. Excited for that one. But after that, no clue. No clue, man. But it'll be fun. It'll be enjoyable. And we'll have a nice Panda Potion Master at the end of this. Let me see here. Let's take a peep at a reference picture. Probably get away with. Because there's a little spot on his neck that I have to paint. I'm thinking of doing white. Maybe keeping it black. But definitely the strings are going to be white. So we're going to do a little bit of that. Let's get started with that. And then we're going to work on his belts today. I think this will be fun. Those will be definitely fun to paint. Get a smidge of white on our palette. Let's get it going. I like to mix up with a little bit of water so that it is a good consistency. I don't want to have my paint too thick. I don't want to have it too runny. You gotta find that Goldilocks level. And I think I got it. I've had this brush since I started painting. It's my only Citadel brush for painting. My guess is Warhammer. Have I ever painted Warhammer? No. Maybe one day. Too expensive. Yeah, you really can't see that. I want to get it like... Would it be crazy to raise this camera up a little bit? Probably. We're gonna stick with this for now. I tend to hold my breath when I do details, so if I'm doing small details, don't expect me to be chatting. Don't expect me to be yapping. I'm only yapping when I'm doing the big details. even then, it is difficult for me to chat. What is that? Is that? Yeah, that looks good. We'll have to mix up some more of this yellow at some point to get the touch-ups done. But I've learned that mixing purple with yellow darkens it up. So that was a good little tidbit I learned yesterday. And yes, we're gonna be doing some washes over top all these colors just to darken them up, and then we'll finish them off with the dry brushing. But we're getting all the base coats done first. Then we'll tie everything together. Right, I think we're gonna mix up some of this yellow. Today we have Spindrift Lemon. One of the better flavors. Right. The yellow that I have is Yellow Orchard, but it is quite dry. So yesterday I had to scoop it out with one of my sculpting tools. And a little bit, just for touch-ups. Probably could use a palette knife, but I don't have one of those. I don't think. Drying off my tool, I scooped it out with. Let's get a little bit of purple. We got eggplant. Oh, look at that! Aubergine! That's the color we want for our book. Wow, looks like I planned that or something. Let's put this yellow back. I usually like to try to keep a tidy desk, but when paints happen, tidy is not in the mix. Use a little bit of a bigger brush. To get this purple out. So I want to splotch a lot of it on. Just a little bit to darken this yellow. So we get a nice mustard yellow. There you go. That's a little better. And this yellow is just for some of the touch-ups on his shirt. Make it a little dark. That's okay. We like a nice dark yellow here. That's a nice yellow. Clean your brushes, peeps. It is a necessity. Necessity. Oh. I'm also working on filming my video. So we're multitasking here. Just want to cover up some of this overpaint on the white before I continue. And I'll definitely be overpainting a little bit with the brown. So it'll be good to have that yellow. Have that yellow ready to go. For the brown, I have two browns. I have Oh, brown. I don't want this brown. Get that brown out of my sight. We'll be using this brown. It's my favorite brown, I think. It's a nice dark brown. And then we'll probably do a little mixing of orange in there to give it like a leathery feel. Even this terracotta. Oh, hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight. We're working on, oh, that's a bit too much orange. Working on painting a Panda Potion Master. Thanks for stopping in. It is a good time, very relaxing. Only a little stressful when you want it to be, but mostly relaxing when that's the main goal. I'm doing all right. Hanging out. Whoop. I'm mixing up a nice leather brown. We're gonna start painting. He has some belts right on him. We're gonna get some of those painted. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. Get it more centered. But it's been a good day. Minus it getting dark at like 4 o'clock. Not too shabby. I think these browns are going to be the same color. Yeah, we're just working on getting the base coats done. Getting the main layers on, then we're going to focus on the details. As long as I have all the big colors on there, the little colors will come easier. And usually to dry the paints, I use a hair dryer. Oh, that's good. Faces and hair. It's really good. Nice work. Yeah, drawing I'm okay at. I'm okay at drawing. I'm better at sculpting, and that's why we're here. I'm really good at doing rough sketches. But full-fledged drawings, not so much. Yeah, my sketch that I did for the panda came out really nice. I was really happy with that. I think it was good because I took a little bit more time than usual. I'm adjusting my camera over here real quick. Alright, good base coat. Let's clean that brush off a little bit. Find my hair dryer to dry this thing. Found it. Let's see here. Alright, when I'm doing the hair dryer, I do mute ya. So, no talking for me when it's dry time. And it is dry time right now. All right, dry time over. Back to layering. Yeah, painting. I'm getting better at painting, which is good. One day, hopefully, I'm good. Well, don't have too strong of a grip and go breaking your utensils and tools. And my hands, it's taken a while to get them steady, but my hands have definitely gotten steadier as I have painted more. This is a nice brown. It's a very nice brown. Yeah, do some chill music. Relaxing and painting. But yes, our panda's name is Percival the Potion Master. This is true. White probably would help for a lot of the brighter colors, and we are doing a fall color palette, so that would probably be a good idea. Sounds good, Doctor. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. You will be missed today, but I'll catch you next time, my bud. Yeah, a lot of these colors, like the browns, it is a lot easier if there is a white base coat. We might do a white base coat for his jacket. That is a good idea, because it will be like a dark teal, darkish teal, like a deep teal. So maybe it'd be better for that. But I also do like my paintings to have like a darker tone. So that's why I do the black. Just because I like the depth it gives it. But it does take a lot more coats to get it looking good. Rinse that brush off. All right, it's dry time. Let's try this thing. Dry time is done. But yeah, one time I was painting. I wasn't making a video. This was just making a sculpture. And I think I made, a friend of mine wanted me to make him a chocobo from Final Fantasy. And I was painting it, and it took 1,000 coats of yellow because I did a black undercoat. I think someone told me, it's like, you should have done a white undercoat. You're 100% correct. And then I had another sculpture I made. This one I made a video. It was a Animal Crossing tree from fall. It was a lot of orange leaves. And that one I did a black undercoat. And that took 1,000 coats of orange just to make it look good. And apparently I have not learned my mistakes. I like to work harder, not smarter. And set off. All right, quick dry time, and then we're gonna get the gold on the buttons. All right, dry time's done. I think I do, because I do need to get a little bit more black on his button, and then also a little bit of black on that button. So that will make the gold pop. Because gold's a little translucent. Where's my dental tool? That sounds like a fantastic idea. A little art hangout. I left this sitting out overnight with its top off. So now I have a dry layer of paint. Oh, we're gonna get a close up on that one. That's gonna be a nice little... Oop. I just need a little bit of black paint. Nothing crazy. Give it a shake. Yeah, I like to try to get about an hour a day of sculpting and working on my art. And I was like, if I'm working an hour a day, let me just stream. And that's what we're doing. Just 1 hour. Nothing crazy. Get a little black paint on my brush. Paint over his buckles real quick. Right, that buckle. I do know what anime is, yes. Are you drawing a certain character or your own characters? I don't watch a lot of anime. I would like to. The last one I watched was Apothecary Diaries. That one was fantastic. Yeah, just get a little bit of black on this button so that when we do our gold layer, it looks good. I do not know who that character is. Where are they from? The name sounds familiar. But I don't want to say what I think it is and make a fool of myself. That's what I thought. Okay. Is he the... I've watched 4 seasons of that show, and I have no idea who anybody's name is. The last one I watched was the... what was it? Where they were the Sword Village arc? That was a good season. I really enjoyed that one. Well, thank you. Yes, we're working on our Panda Potion Master. Just getting a little bit of a black undercoat on some of the parts because they're about to be gold. There's a little bit on there that I'm missing. I cannot reach it. Need my paint to be a little bit more runny. Yeah, the past couple streams we've been working on sculpting him. And we just started painting it yesterday. Then eventually there'll be a full video up of how I've made him. It's like a little behind the scenes. That's good. Yeah, that was sad. That made me cry. Not gonna lie. Alright. Gotta do a quick dry time. We're gonna add some gold onto here. Yes, I did forget to unmute. Look at that. Thank you. But yeah, I've been working on him for about 16 hours altogether, because I think this is part 15. And my first stream was about 2 hours. So, about 15, 16 hours. All right, so a couple more browns on here. Because I'm gonna be doing gold, I figured I might as well paint this the brown. I shall check it out, absolutely. Since I'm doing the brown here, and his wristband's gonna be gold as well, I figured let's get all the same colors done while we're here, while we have the brown out. Phrasing. I'm trying to learn new painting techniques and implement them. Watch a lot of miniature painting videos. And just a lot of other sculpting videos. And they give me good insight on how I should go about painting. Watching people paint like Warhammer and other miniatures like that, they have great techniques, and I love the styles. I'm very excited. There's a little bit of brown that I want to get. You always gotta have your desk buddy. Oh, I don't have a desk buddy with me right now. The only desk buddy I have right now is our Panda. Gotta get that little bit of brown in his buckle. How's that looking? How's that looking? It's looking good. Yeah, I only stream for about an hour. Just because that's all I have time for. So today we're going to go to about 7:15. Couple spots in here. Do some touching up. And then when we get all the all the base coats on. We'll do some dry brushing and washes and stuff. Just add a bit of dimension. Well, I have a lot of sculptures that I think look like crap, but many people tell me they look good. So maybe just to you, it looks like crap, but maybe to somebody else, it looks good. I think most artists hate a lot of their art. I have a lot of sculptures that I do not like, but I've been told they look very nice. So I take my own opinion with a grain of salt when it comes to art. Comes to my art. It's always good to have a positive mindset on your art so that you want to do it more rather than being intimidated and scared. Goofy Tengen, we love a Goofy Tengen, and I have made a lot. I have a whole display cabinet in my house full of them. So it's a good amount. All right, I feel good. The amount of footage we have on the brown looks good. We'll do a quick blast of drying, and then we'll get the gold out. Yeah, because I've made, not including my live videos, I think I have about 40 videos up. So you got a Goofy Rengoku needs to be made, I feel. But so definitely at least 40 sculptures. But there's a hiatus on videos. It's like a 2-year hiatus. So I'm gonna say left side. All right, I'm adjusting my camera. Oh, I'm just using my iPhone for my filming, but it does take up quite the amount of storage. Yeah, the gold takes about 2 coats. And the black adds like a nice like antique look to it. So that's why I have that black base coat for underneath the gold. I do love adding gold. Just makes it pop. Such a good look. I was gonna do silver, but I feel like a panda is a gold kind of bear. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm partial to gold. Do I have a favorite sculpture? I think my favorite sculptures, I have a couple. I made a zombie Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. And I think those might be my favorite. I was really happy with how those turned out. Those were a couple of my first sculptures. They were very early on. They came out great. This guy might be my new favorite at the moment. The dog barking outside. It's really angry. A couple dogs barking outside. What is your artist pain? Tell me. But yeah, I think he's coming up on one of my new favorites. I picked a good playlist. These are some jams. Very vibey. Yeah, I love these little pops of gold in here. I think they're gonna really tie this whole outfit together. Yeah, glitter, it gets everywhere. I would ban it in my house too. I'm just kidding. No art supplies will ever be banned in my house. What inspired me? It was mainly just COVID, really. I've always liked making stuff. Like doing doodles, messing around with clay. I never really made any sculptures, but I wanted to start a YouTube channel because I want something to do. And I started off with like dioramas. And then I started really enjoying the sculpting aspect of dioramas. And now I just mainly sculpt. No, not a lot of dioramas, not a lot of scenes in my sculpture. I think I just feel the need to make something, and this scratches that itch. Because it's very... it just takes up a desk. I don't need a whole garage for it. Only a little bit of space. So it's very apartment friendly as well. When I stopped sculpting or making YouTube videos, I tried doing sculptures and selling them on Etsy, but I think the real draw to me is the YouTube aspect, and I'm decent at sculpting, and I will get better the more I do it. Oh, my headphone got caught on my light. Yeah, eyes, I cannot draw eyes. They always look a little funky. There's an artist that I like, and he does really cool, detailed paintings. But the eyes are doodle eyes. Trying to get these little spheres painted gold. It's a bane of my existence right now. And I feel like sculpting has a very, it's pretty, I don't know, I want to say niche, but I have never met anybody else that does sculpting. So I think that's pretty cool too. I'm gonna get these details painted gold if it's the last thing I do. One more little coat. Don't want his buttons looking too brand new. I want that black to show through still. Gotta figure out how to make this teal. So I'm also real bad at mixing colors. It took me like, I just ended up Googling how to darken a yellow. I didn't know you had to add purple. I feel like I knew it, but I forgot it. So I have a teal. It's called TLC. But it needs to be deeper. So we're gonna figure out how to deepen that blue. What's the opposite of blue on the wheel? Color wheel. I think you just add that. That'll deepen it. Because the opposite of yellow is purple. I think. Maybe I'm crazy. Alright, I think we're gonna do a quick dry time. I feel like I'm just spreading around the gold, not really coating it. All right, dry time done. Let's see if we can't get these guys coated. Maybe get a layer of blue going down on his jacket. I'm also avoiding his face still because that really brings the character in, and I'm scared to do that. Excellent. I'm glad you got Rengoku's eye. Even Stevens. But it's fun having someone doing art with me while I'm doing this. I feel like it's a good sit on your couch, sit in your bed, do some drawing and listening. Good enough is good enough. That is my favorite motto. Passes the eye test, you know? As my friend Dr. Space Monkey would say. Am I missing anything? A little bit on that one, but this one is almost good enough. Also, there's another sculptor that says good enough. I watch on YouTube. His name is North of the Border. He was one of my inspirations for sculpting. Then also another sculptor called Ace of Clay. Okay. I feel like that's good enough. Good enough indeed. Let's see if we can't figure out how to get this blue looking good. I like it. I like it. This is the blue. Is it teal? Teal C. Let's see. I'm doing some Googling. I'm not gonna mess around with trying to figure out how to darken a teal color. Darker shade of green. I don't know if I have a darker shade of green, but we can add a bit more green. Then add a little bit of black and see how that looks. Let's go ahead. Adjust this. So I have a green. It's not a dark green, but it is a green. Let's see if we can't get a nice teal. This one has the same issue that I had with my yellow, is that it is quite dry. Put that there. Let's see what color we can make. Will it be the green we need? The teal we need? Who knows? Take a bit of green. Oh, that is a solid green. Truth. I'll get a little splash of water in there before our next stream. Okay, I feel like that'll help. And then we'll add the black later. That's definitely making it a bit more teal. That's a nice color though. That's a good blue. Very vibrant. I like that color. And that black is definitely helping. They can be silly together. Good teal. But is that the color I'm looking for? I like the color, but maybe we can deepen it with a different blue. I have my color palette in my photos I'm trying to look for. Definitely needs to be a bit darker. Oh. That might be the color right there, man. That's a nice teal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good color. Let's get a little bit on him before we end our stream today, guys. Adjusting my camera so I can do some filming. Let's get some of this out of the way. Let's adjust this camera too. Camera number. Just on here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. See how that looks. Oh yeah. That's a nice blue. Good mixing, Tim. 10 out of 10. Beautiful color. Just what I was looking for. Just what the doctor ordered. See if we can't cover. Oh, what a good color. Big question. What is your question? Tiny Tim will give an answer. Love this color. This is such a good color. It's going on quite nicely. I'm surprised. It'll definitely need 1,000 coats. It's going on nicely. I like the depth. Hey, Rengoku can just hang out with Tengen and his wives, you know? It could just be a whole party. But I'm not mad about Tengen and Rengoku. Alright, we got a good blue going here. And unfortunately, that is our time for today. We have gotten a lot of work done today, peeps. We have some gold, we have some brown, and we have some blue. Nice work. Good job. Good arting today. But we will be back tomorrow, probably around the same time, about 6:15 to 7:15-ish. Hang out for another hour, do a little bit more painting. Thanks for all the new peeps coming in. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again soon. I try to stream Monday through Friday, just not on the weekends. Just for an hour a day. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And we can continue our Panda Potion Master. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. And yes, I did answer your question. I think Rengoku and Tengen can be shipped. But if they hang out all together, that's not bad either. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye.